It started at like negative 0.5.
Started at negative 0.5.
Yeah.
As in, we're negative 0.5 minutes in.
No, it's like never mind. I'll show you later on.
Okay.
But yeah, we're live, James.
Oh, we're live
back.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here I am thinking that it's like recording us backwards. So like, oh my god, what if we develop technology where like people that were talking, right? But then you put a microphone in and it records all the noise that happened before.
Hold on, explain that one again.
No, so like, you know, like instead of like, so like, I don't even know if that you would be able to do it, but imagine if like you had a microphone, but instead of recording what it's happening now and like onwards in time, you somehow managed to put it in a bubble where it was able to record all the sound that happened prior. You know what I mean? So instead of having to bug a room, right, you'd like get people to have a conversation in that room, but then you'd put a microphone in it and it would record their conversation they just had.
Sure.
Yeah, imagine doing that.
I'm just gonna unlock my phone so I could put it on silent.
Actually, I might need to do the same, actually.
Wait.
Oh, no, it is on silent. Oh, my media's not on silent. We'll turn my media down just in case, I don't know, John Campbell starts rapping on through my phone.
Who?
John Campbell.
Oh.
You don't know who Madeline McCann is?
No, I know who John Campbell is.
If you didn't know who John Campbell was, I'd be like, get out of the country, to be honest. Like,
I didn't hear it. All I heard was Campbell. I was like, sorry, who?
Just Campbell. Like, good old Campbell.
Like, who are we talking about? John Campbell or Joseph Campbell?
Who's Joseph Campbell?
Wait, is it Joseph Campbell? He was the guy with the story circles.
Oh yeah, it was Joseph Campbell.
Yeah.
I think it was Joseph
like,
Campbell. To be fair, I'm only...
Eugene practically like jizzed over him a couple years back.
Oh yeah, he loved a good story circle.
Yeah.
Remember how he tried to put his life into a story circle? And he was like, I was in the story circle, and I was like, it's almost as if...
Atonement with the father.
But I was like, it's almost as if you can put the story circle on top of any story.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like you can... Because really, what does it mean, like, atonement with the father? I'm like, you can make that mean literally anything. Like...
That's the point of the whole story circles though, isn't it?
You can just shove whatever kind of story you want in, as long as it follows that. But even then, like, you've got a simplified story circle, an expanded story circle.
Yeah.
So
like,
you can pick and choose which parts of a story circle you want, really.
His whole thing was that all stories boil down to it's just one story.
Mm.
That's why his book was called Hero with 1,000 Faces.
But sometimes I do feel like a lot of those like tips for writing stories, I feel like they're very Western ideas of writing stories.
Yeah.
Because I think of kabuki theatre, which is quite different. Like, kabuki theatre, like, you don't really have, like, because a lot of, like, Western kind of narrative deals with, like, conflict, whatever that conflict may be. And so it's, like, the idea of, like, there's a thing, and then there's conflict, and then you resolve the conflict, and that's the end. Yeah. Whereas, like, kabuki theatre's, like, there's no conflict at all. It'll literally be, like, this is the story of a woman by a koi pond. And it's just her spending her day at a koi pond. There's no conflict. There's no there's no one of the koi died and she got sad. Like, it's just her sitting by a koi pond.
And that's it. Feeling
her geisha and just living her life. And it just tells you what she saw at the koi pond. Fun fact, she saw koi at the koi pond. Like, but like, see, like, Japanese people loved it because it was a form of dance, right? And it's costuming and colour, and there's a very different way of presenting story. It's like mundane stories, but it's everyday stories, and it's something that they really, really enjoyed. Don't ask me why. Yet here in Western countries, we're like, so why did the koi pond not explode into a volcano and she died? Like, where's the conflict?
There's a lot of Japanese anime where it's kind of just like that.
Yeah.
Like, nothing really happens.
And so that's the thing. Like, that's
just like day-to-day life.
That's a tradition, right? Like, it's just nothing actually happens. Like, they wake up, they go to school, they eat lunch, they come home, they've done their homework, and then their friend calls.
It's like a feel-good show.
Yeah, and their friend calls and it's like, we're going to get bubble tea. Even though I think that's a white thing that people do. But, like, you know, then they'll go and get they'll go shopping for chocolates because it's Valentine's Day. But there's no conflict. It's not like, oh my god, who's going to be my Valentine? You know who their Valentine is because I've been in a relationship for 3 years. Yeah. And it's just, and it's a good like, there's no toxic relationship. It's like really I say it's mundane, it's not. It's just like, their form of escapism was like non-conflict. Like, they didn't want to go and see a play about war. Because war might be just around the corner. They wanted to see a play about, you know, a woman relaxing.
Yeah.
buy a koi pond. Or, you know, sometimes we want to watch anime of kids that are going to school and are doing well. Like, maybe we don't want to. Like, maybe we don't want to watch a show where the kids are being attacked by like shadow demons. You know, like maybe that's not something I want to do.
Anyways,
we're supposed to be talking about Christmas. Aren't we? Speaking of Christmas in Japan, though, do you know they like do like a bunch of things? Like KFC is like a big thing.
Oh yeah, I heard about that
for Christmas. Yeah, are they everybody like orders like a bucket of like KFC chicken for Christmas?
In advance.
Yeah, in advance.
As they run out.
Yeah, and it's like because of there's someone like I think it's some Japanese entrepreneur did a marketing campaign with KFC for Christmas, and it's just like maintained, like that's part of their traditions now. It's like, yeah, it's so weird to me because like go him.
I wish he's been promoted by KFC.
Well, I mean, he should be running KFC at this point, right?
I wish he's been paid well.
I know, like the reason they broke into the market in Japan was because it's a Christmas thing. Like KFC is like a full-on Christmas thing.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's so weird, right?
You know what? Go them.
Go them, because I mean, I'm trying to think of any kind of marketing campaign that would have been as successful. And like, usually most successful marketing campaigns do deal around Christmas. Like, Christmas is a really easy time to advertise.
Like, I'm pretty sure Coke had something to do with...
Oh, yeah, the modern day Santa. Yeah, the red Santa. Yeah, that's a Coca-Cola advert. Yeah. Very successful.
Yeah.
And because actually, their branding of the Coca-Cola Santa was so successful that it's now just the brand of Christmas.
Yeah.
Right? Like
that's what everyone thinks Santa looks like now.
Exactly, and actually that was just what Santa looked like for Coca-Cola. And that's why he wore red, right? Like a lot of people just say, oh, he wears red because of St. Nicholas. Actually, St. Nicholas didn't wear red at all.
Yeah. And like Father Christmas like wore green.
Yeah, Santa Claus wore green. Yeah, and so like it makes no sense, but that's just the most like tangible, relatable Santa we have.
Because of Coke.
Because of Coca-Cola. But think about it, name a country that doesn't have Coke. Like, Coca-Cola is just a very successful campaign, like, company.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola pretty much owns most soft drinks now. Like, any soft drink you buy in this country is pretty much Coca-Cola, unless it's like, Pepsi.
Not even then. KFC used to have the Pepsi range.
Yeah, but now it's
Coke. Now it's Coke.
No fast food restaurant in this country uses the Pepsi range.
Yeah.
It's all Coca-Cola.
Which I'm very sad about.
I mean, I don't know, like, I would be sad about it, but there's not many, like, when I think about the Pepsi Cola company, I don't think of many drinks that I drink of theirs that I would take over a Coca-Cola owned drink. Because my favourite ones are L&P, Obvi, owned by the Coca-Cola company, Lift, also the Coca-Cola company, or Sprite, also the Coca-Cola company. Those are my three favourite drinks. So I don't, and even then Fanta, Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Like, I used to drink quite a bit of Pepsi. Like, Pepsi used to be my go-to.
Yeah.
But now that, like, Coke No Sugar has come out, that's just been, like, my go-to.
You just do Coke No Sugar? Yeah, see, like, it's just Coca-Cola. Like, Pepsi might as well just, like, cut its losses. Yeah. Just, like, you know, like, just go for something. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think of a drink that I like. Oh, I used to be real big on Mountain Dew.
Oh, yeah, no, same.
Mountain Dew but like now...
No.
See, the funny thing is that Mountain Dew before...
Maybe like once every 6 months.
Well, see, Mountain Dew when I was younger was like nectar, right? It was like the best drink in the world. And now when I drink it, I just feel sick. Like, because it's too sweet and sugary for me now. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, Mountain Dew is just not...
The reason why I like Coke No Sugar is it tastes like Coke when I've had ice and Coke for a while.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I like Coke.
Yeah. It also just feels refreshing.
Yeah.
More refreshing. Also, you feel slightly better about yourself, right? Because when you drink, because you know how like Cokes come out with so many variants of like healthy, like Coke Zero, Coke No Sugar, Diet Coke was the first one to come out that was like supposed to be healthier than normal Coke. When I drink normal Coke now, it's because I feel like naughty. I feel like, oh, like I'm doing full sugar Coke, like sue me. Whereas, because otherwise I just do either Coke No Sugar or Coke Zero. Although I have to say, I'm not a particular fan.
Yeah,
people
did you
say
hear that.
No. What?
Feels like there was a truck that just came by.
How did you hear that with your headphones on?
Yeah, I think the mic picked it up.
Oh, I'm so deaf. Maybe I'm just too engrossed in my own conversation. I'm just like, oh man, like, there'll be a storm or a train will like crash into your house. And you'll be like, did you hear that? And be like, what? No. Like, airplane just like comes down from the sky.
But you're talking about Coke.
You talked about Coke, but I mean, that's Christmas, right? Like,
Yeah.
because Coke always changes their branding every time at Christmas.
Yeah.
It goes from, like, normal Coke, and then you get the Coke with the weird Santa winking at you.
I mean, they like revolve their stuff around Christmas, usually, from time to time?
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose they do, actually. I don't know.
I mean, that's the more successful, like...
Yeah.
marketing
It's
campaign, I
interesting that a soft drink was promoted in a holiday based around winter. See, it makes sense here for us to be promoting soft drinks as we have Christmas in the dead of summer.
Hells yeah.
So, like, having an ice cold Coca-Cola for Christmas is a fantastic idea.
Exactly what you need.
But, like, if you're in New York City and it's, like, covered in snow, the last thing you want is something ice cold. If you wanted something ice cold, you'd walk outside. It's interesting that they've kind of... So maybe, I don't know, does Coca-Cola, like, promote as much in, like, countries that aren't? And because, like, I've only ever grown up in the Southern Hemisphere, so of course Coca-Cola makes sense. But in, like, winter, do they go, like... Yeah, like, in the UK, for example, is, like, Coca-Cola, like, their best seller? I don't think it would be, because why would you want a cold drink?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like malt wine or eggnog, whatever the fuck that is. Have you ever had eggnog?
No.
I have no idea what it is.
I don't drink.
Oh, it's alcoholic. That's right. Yeah, well, regardless, what the fuck is that? Like,
egg and alcohol. I don't know.
Egg and alcohol. That's something Eugene would like put in a smoothie, isn't it? Like
egg, milk, and some alcohol.
Egg, milk, alcohol, peanut butter, and olive oil. Like, yo, remember he did that smoothie, and I couldn't believe it. Like,
smoothie.
Did you know it was like this? It was this grotesque concoction. It had like a little bit of like oil or some bullshit in it, like peanut butter. It was like water. It's like it was like for his bulking,
protein powder.
Yeah. Like, and I was like sitting there, and I was like, oh. Also, okay, real talk.
Yeah.
Men always talk about bulking and shredding, right? Like you bulk to like put on weight, and then you shred it off by like like exercising or whatever.
Oh, okay. I thought bulking was just adding on muscle.
No, like you add weight to yourself so you can turn it into muscle.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay, eating peanut butter from a can is not going to give you muscle, but if you add weight to yourself, then it will turn to muscle. Yeah.
Because I thought bulking was you'd eat as much as you can.
Well, basically, bulking is kind of you try to like upkeep your calorie intake so you can like get rid of more, like, you know what I mean? Like you have more energy to convert. You know, like calories. Like, the more calories you put in, the more calories you can then lose, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's, like, kind of... Whereas, like, shredding is, like, limiting your calorie intake, right? So the body's, like, getting rid of, like, that excess energy from what's already in your body. Yeah. And then bulking's, like, doing the opposite of that. Regardless, it's, like, you start from overeating to then, like, not eating as much. And I'm, like, those are just eating disorders.
Huh. I thought bulking was, you eat as much and then you work out even more.
Yeah.
So that you add on the muscle.
That's pretty much the point, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, those are just eating disorders. Don't tell me they're not. That they're just eating disorders. You clearly have a disorder where you're like, I need to fill my body with as much stuff as I need to, and then you go from another area where you're like, and nothing.
But you don't expel it though. Not really.
Oh, yeah, but eating disorders aren't about expelling it. Anorexia is an eating disorder. That's not about expelling anything. It's actually limiting yourself because you think you're too fat. Like, that's anorexia. Bulimia is obviously different. Bulimia is shoving heaps of food into your mouth and then bleh, right? But I'm like, just eat normal. Why do you need, like, body dysmorphia? Like, it's body dysmorphia. It's, like, a problem. If you think you need to have, like... Unless you're a bodybuilder. In which case, you need that extra muscle for your sport.
No, bodybuilders, then it's an eating disorder. Like,
well, I don't know. Well, it depends on the kind of... Like, because, like, bodybuilders at the Olympics...
They dehydrate themselves just so their muscles...
Well, I'm not sure if all of them do, but, like, if you're an Olympian...
No, I'm pretty sure.
But if you're an Olympian, like, bodybuilder... bodybuilder? Weightlifter. Never mind. No, I've got to throw it away. Weightlifters. You're allowed to look... Yeah, no, sorry. Weightlifters...
I was like, bodybuilders...
Yeah, no, sorry. Weightlifters, you're allowed to look... No, yeah, that's it. Weightlifters, you're fine. Right? You need it for your sport. Because you're not going to be able to pick up, like, 50 kgs of something on either side unless you have muscle to support that, right?
Yeah.
Like, I could not pick up a giant... No, you're right. Bodybuilders, they are fucked up. Bodybuilders completely fucked up.
Yeah.
Bodybuilders need help. Bodybuilders need, like, serious help.
Because those are the guys who are like, gotta look as best as I can.
But it's not even like they look good, right? Like, I've never seen someone that's in a bodybuilding thing that I'm like, yes.
Oh, well, you know, like...
They look freakish.
Good in a certain
Well,
subjective sense.
good in a, I've got so much muscle that
I gotta show it off.
I can barely, like, I barely know what my face looks like anymore because I've got that much muscle. Like, no. Ugh. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. No, bodybuilding is like, I don't even understand the point of bodybuilding.
Look, man, this is a safe space. We don't kink shame here.
We don't kink shame here. Though there are kinks.
People can be attracted to bodybuilders.
There are kinks
I'm not going to put them down, James.
There are kinks for that, though, for like liking like excessive muscle. Yeah, there's a kink for that.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I forget what it's called, but yeah, it's like it's a kink for like excessive muscle. It's like kink for people that like to get like their head squeezed by muscular legs. That's a kink. Yeah.
The audiences didn't see this, but I looked very confused.
Yeah. He looks so confused. It looked like I told him Santa's not real and he's 5. Like he looks very shocked.
Oh, bringing it back to Santa. I was listening to, of course, I keep putting Hello Internet into this.
Hello Internet's such a good podcast, though.
But they're talking about how, you know, children nowadays have access to the internet. And they're talking about how, you know, 5-year-olds could just go to Google and type in, is Santa real? Or like search up Santa Claus.
And the internet is not a safe space. Like, we're not no one's gonna say, yes, Santa's like, most people are gonna be like, no.
But like right, like you search up Santa Claus and you go to the Wikipedia page and they'll just go, yeah, Santa Claus is like a legendary figure and yada yada yada. And a 5-year-old would read it and come to no conclusion whatsoever.
Oh yeah, true.
That's what like Brady said. They'll look at the Wikipedia page and go, is he real? I don't know.
I don't know. He's a legendary figure. He must be real.
Legendary figure doesn't mean he's not real.
I don't know, but I mean, like, you could simplistically though, like, you could also like, if they enter the question, is Santa Claus real? It goes immediately to like an answer page, which will probably go no, right?
I'm searching this up.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna Google this.
Also, but equally, like,
is Santa real? It comes out with Santa Claus visit Santa's village, and on the side it says, "Is Santa real? A scientific analysis."
Same.
Is Santa real? How to break the truth to your kids by Reader's Digest.
Oh yeah, so that's an adult one.
Oh, it's a YouTube video by It's Okay to Be Smart. Very good YouTube channel, by the way.
Yeah, it is actually.
I quite like them.
Yeah, I quite like that. Now, speaking of Santa, though, I was talking about this with my mother in the car yesterday, and I was like, the thing for me is that, like, I never as a child had the fantasy of Santa in our household.
Yeah.
Like, from the age of, like, 5 to, like, 8, like, when you're in those ages where you believe in Santa, never had, like, Santa's real. And I think it's because, like, we weren't from a wealthy family. We were from a poor family. So my mum wasn't going to tell me, oh, some fat white man in red came and broke into our house and gave you presents. She was like, no, I bought you the presents from my hard work. Like, these are from mummy and daddy, not Santa. And, like, so I never had this illusion of Santa. Like, in our house, we never had, like, oh my God, is Santa coming? Of course Santa wasn't coming. Santa's my mum. And she already put the presents underneath the table. Like, you know, so
I think there was
and we never had like 2 James from Santa.
Yeah.
Like never had that.
Back in the Philippines when I was very, very young.
Yeah.
Like, I think I believed in Santa. I'm not sure. Because, like, I don't remember ever believing in Santa.
Oh, speaking of, I'm getting a call from my mother.
Oh, do you want to put her on speaker?
I mean, I will. Hi.
Hello.
Hey. I'm currently recording a podcast, so you're on speaker, but go for it.
Are you with
Randell? Yeah.
So you got a rental bay?
Yeah.
Okay then. Oh, no, don't worry then.
Oh, why? What did you want me to do?
To get something out of the freezer, but you can't reach that far.
No, I can't reach that far, I'm afraid. We're just talking about Santa.
Oh yes.
You know how we're talking in the car yesterday, how we had no illusion of Santa in our household?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, just
All
because.
right, then.
Okay. Well, have fun at work.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
That was Mum.
Yeah. both the mothers have made an
Yeah,
appearance.
they finally made an appearance.
Yeah.
I can't. But Mum needed me to do something, and now I just can't do it. So unfortunate. But yeah, no illusion to Santa in my house. No belief. No. You know what's weird though? Believed in the Easter Bunny.
Ah.
Believed in the Easter Bunny. So, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was because it was really far back. I wasn't sure if I just kind of played the game.
Right, like, oh yeah,
Just
Santa.
like, yeah, or I actually believed in it. I can't quite remember because it was a very long ago.
And see, because we've got no thing to Santa, I'll have like little nieces and nephews. They're like, "Is Santa coming?" And I have to stop myself from being like, "Santa's not real." And it's like because their parents have built up the lovely cocoon of Santa around them, and I don't want to be the one to like crush
Break
it.
it.
Yeah. So so yeah, I have to be really careful. But like,
I don't want to be Uncle James, the dream crusher.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be the ones that told the kids that Santa's not real. Of course Santa's real. You idiots. But that's the thing, like, I just never... That's why I just don't understand it, because I don't actually understand why you'd tell your kids that Santa's the one bringing you presents, personally.
Yeah.
Like, I don't actually understand that concept, and maybe it's because I never got the wonderment of Santa, but, like... Why would I want to go, "Thank you, Santa," when the person that spent their money and worked their ass off to get me what I wanted for Christmas was my mum?
Yeah.
Like, do parents spend the first, like, 8 years with their children thinking that they've never gotten anything from their parents? Like, because Santa's the one that, like, I don't understand. Like,
like, do they get a gift from their parents and then a gift from Santa as well?
Yeah, in which case, are you giving your kids 2 presents? Because
Bougie.
that is excessive. You know, like, I got literally, it was always like, to James' uncle boy, to James... Santa never visited this house. And I remember being at primary school, this was totes real. I remember being at primary school saying, "Oh, Santa," they're like, "Did you get any presents from Santa?" And I was like, "No, why would I? He's not real." And then they're like, "Oh, you're on the naughty list." And I was like, excuse me.
You know, I think... I'm pretty sure... by the age of 10, I'm pretty sure I wasn't the type of kid to believe in Santa. Because, like... I remember being in a magic show and looking at him and was like, "I know what you're doing here, bro. Like, I can see your tricks." And like, I was like, now that I look back on it, I'm just like, "Damn, kid, you're a fucking downer." Like,
well, see, the thing is that also, like, there's separate areas, right? Like, that would have, if my parents hadn't not done the illusion for me, I would have been exposed to it anyway. Because I remember being 6 years old and we're at the Sky Tower and they have a Santa that goes to the Sky Tower and sits up at the Sky Tower. Yeah. And as we were leaving, Santa's in full costume smoking outside on a cell phone.
Hell's yeah.
Like, that would have broken the illusion for me, right? Because Santa's supposed to be jolly and riding reindeer, but here he is smoking on a ciggy and on a cell phone.
Santa's gonna have a break.
No, but see, that's the thing. Like,
Santa can't be working full time.
No, but then, like, what happens to that poor child, right? Like, so is it now that Santa smokes? Like, Santa smokes now. Like,
but look, Santa can smoke a joint very jolly like.
Very jolly like. No, but I mean, smoking a joint's fine. You can totally make it's Santa's special grass or whatever. But if it's tobacco, it's like, especially in this day and age where you're told that people that smoke are bad people, and then Santa's smoking. Is Santa on the naughty list?
Bro, but like nowadays Santa would be vaping. Let's be real.
Oh my god, Santa totally vaping. Holy shit! Oh my god, I love it.
Santa is Vape Nation.
I love it. I love it. Oh my god, yes. Definitely.
We're redefining Santa Claus.
Oh my god, redefining Santa Claus. He's got a Maui hook, he's got a korowai, he's Māori, and he's vaping. He's vaping on the float. Oh my god, if they had that giant... Oh god, okay. Hold on. Viewers. Listeners. Whatever. Who cares? Maybe you're watching. I don't know. There is this... In Auckland, there is this fucked up creepy Santa that they put up in Queen Street every year.
Yes.
Now, when I was younger, it's a lot less worse than what it used to be. When I was younger, it used to move. And it used to have its little arm would cut. A little arm was huge, just colossus. It's like his arm would like move like that, and then his eye would open and close, and he'd wink at you. So he'd be doing this like weird macabre like like winking at you. Awful, terrifying. As a child, if I believed in Santa, I would have thought Santa was the devil. I honestly would have. But also equally, I was like, that's a terrible sculpture. Like, what are you doing? Now he doesn't move, thank God. But it's still there, and he's the creepiest, like, motherfucker ever. But I'm just thinking, turn it on, but instead of him winking, just have like a giant, giant vape, and it just goes, and then and it's like this like smoke effect.
Like
that I would love the Santa, because I've been wanting to get rid of. I've been wanting them to get rid of that Santa for years. It almost died. It almost died. It almost got like not hung up and like disposed of because no one could afford to keep it, and some rich bastard from Parnell or some bullshit spent his own money, $50,000, to restore the Santa so it could go back up on the thing to bring joy to children. Nightmares to children. Like, ugh. Awful. If you can't like look it up, search up like Auckland Santa, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's awful. It's the most horrific thing. Absolutely horrific. Now, when it moved, it was more horrific, but it's still terrifying.
See,
I hate it. I hate it. I sound like the least festive person. Like, never. Mum didn't tell me about Santa Claus. Found Santa smoking outside the Sky Tower. Hate the Santa on. I'm not
scared of the giant Santa.
scared of the giant Santa.
See, I come.
See, giant white man with a beard. I've just been conditioned to be afraid of.
When I was in the Philippines, like, we used to tell like fucking ghost stories like all the time.
Right, yeah. See,
And,
I think that's the main thing
like,
for me.
Santa is like the least scariest thing you could find in the Philippines.
Well, I mean, you've got what else? Poverty. Terrifying things. No, I think that's the thing for me. Like, for me, Christmas isn't about, like, it's not the Christmas tree. It's not the decorations. It's not actually even getting gifts. It's literally coming with, it's just being around family.
Oh, yeah.
Like, metric tons of family. Like, so many family members just all crammed into a single house. Like, I remember when we were younger and my grandmother still lived up north and all the grandkids would, like, come stay in the house. She only had it. You remember the house?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know that lounge we all slept in? Like, literally, it would just be floor to floor mattresses. And wherever you dropped, that's where you slept. That's where you slept. The amount of times I woke up and there's one of my cousins just like, choking my ears. Fantastic. Lovely.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. This is brilliant. Yeah, no, it was always just like, well, it wasn't actually even grandkids, like, it would be like, because sometimes our parents would end up sleeping in those same places as well. It would depend on if there was drinking the night before, because sometimes you can't make it into the bedroom. So it's just, or alternatively, one year we had a big tent outside, and I think it was only me, and this was when we were getting older, so I think it was just me, Cassandra, Madison, and and Monica went and slept with her parents it was me, Cassandra, and stuff in the tent.
Yeah.
And we kept stealing Raro packets. You know those packets of like cordial? Yes. Yeah. We kept stealing Raro packets and eating the Raro and like
that's a classic.
It's such a classic. But also equally we took so many and our grandmother was like, where's all the cordial packets going? Right, because you need to make, and she was like, are you kids taking the Raro? And we're like, no. Little did we know, because we've been like tucking them behind our like pillows.
Yeah.
Some of it would like, as we were sleeping in the night, would like, as we were moving, it would spill some of it out. So as they went to clear out the mattresses and the pillows, all they saw was like a mixture of different flavored Raro, just like all congealed and like it was all. Yeah, we got in trouble because we said to Nanny, no, we're not taking Raro packets. We take Raro packets. We took so many Raro packets. I think we took like half the container and she had like a full-on like container of them. Yeah, we took so many.
Bro, I friggin' fiend the lemonade Raro.
Oh, such a good one.
I make so
such a
much
good one. We all kind of had our favourites. My favourite wasn't the lemonade. Cassandra's was raspberry.
Oh, yeah.
She loved the raspberry, but she preferred the raspberry just as like as in the powder rather than actually in the drink.
I drink lemonade.
Yeah, see. So you wouldn't use the Raro packaging lemonade to...
No.
Yeah. Mine, I fiend the tropical.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like that was my favourite. The tropical was my favourite. I drink the tropical and I also, just sachets of it. If I couldn't find the sachets of the tropical, it would just be navel orange, which is like the classic.
Oh yeah.
Classic. But yeah, like, oh my god, we took so many Raro packets, and also like because that's quite high in sugar. It's like basically pure sugar,
Pretty
right?
much.
So we were like, it's like we were on crack. I'm not sure if it was just like confined spaces or something, but the amount of arguments that we get into, like not like big arguments, like you stole my boy, like it's just like petty, but like it's just because we're in like confined space. And that was a good Christmas though. Very good Christmas. Loved that Christmas. So many Raro packets though.
Yeah.
And it was quite a big tent too. It was one of those tents that was like 2 rooms.
Oh yeah.
Kind of tent.
Okay.
Yeah. We were rather fancy. I think it was.
Yeah.
I think Mum bought that tent actually. I think we bought that tent down. Yeah. Don't know why. Both me and Mum hate camping.
Yeah.
Dad always wanted to take us,
I'm pretty sure Dad bought a tent and like we just never used it.
What? No, like, I'm sorry, like, camping? Ugh. Ugh.
It's only ever been used for the Year 13 camps that me and my brother went to. That was it.
No. Even when we went to camp, no, camping was always in cabins.
Oh, really?
Ugh, no.
Even like high school camps?
No. Hate it.
Just never went?
Hate it. Never went. They're like, we're tenting. I'm like, no, we're not. I'm not going. Just, no. Don't do tents. Don't do tenting. No, I'm sorry. No. My family, my grandmother was born in the Nico hut. I am not going back to that. They worked hard for us to have a roof over our head, and I'm not dishonouring their memory. Also, equally, like, why? Like, just why? Why? Like, I'm sorry, like, who's like, you know what? I want to get away from the hustle and bustle of town. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go out and I'm going to get into a thinly veiled building made out of thin canvas that if any storm came through at any time would be blown away into the river. That's what I want to do on my holiday. Why? Why would you want to do that on your holiday?
You're very cynical.
Camping just smells of eviction to me. I hate camping. Absolutely despise camping.
Just been nothing but a downer today, James.
We're just
slagging on Christmas, slagging on camping.
Honestly, this season, I'm totally like a humbug or like a Grinch, to be honest. Like, I just like, I hate shopping. Like at Christmas time, it's the only time of the year I hate shopping. You know you know me. I love shopping. Yeah. Soon as it gets to December, hate it. Hate shopping. Hate shopping because there's just too many people. Oh, yeah. Right? There's too many people.
Yeah.
Like, no.
I both hate and love shopping.
Yeah. It's like a mixture, right?
Because, like, on one hand, I hate having to interact with people, but on the other, like, I like buying things.
Yeah, right. No, the one thing I do like about Christmas, though, is the food. That you cannot fault. You cannot fault Christmas food. Even though, realistically, it's not a good idea for us in this country to have a roast dinner in the middle of the day in a hot summer, but we still do it anyway because it's good. It's good food.
Yeah.
We all die afterwards, so that's why you drink, see. Keep yourself going.
Yeah. I don't know how much food we'll have this Christmas, though, because it'll just be me and the boys.
Oh, yeah, you and your brother.
Yeah.
See, I'm unsure where I am for Christmas because Mum has to work through, but Uncle Boy wants to go up north.
Oh, okay.
And so if he goes up north, I probably will because I'm starting to work full time next year. Mm-hmm. So I probably won't get to go up north as often as I have been.
Yeah.
And I do love going up there. So, yeah. I'm just saying because if he does go up, I'll probably go up because that might be one of the last times I go up. Although actually, no, I'll probably end up going for Waitangi. So I can wait till then. But, yeah, it's complicated. Complicated what we're doing. Well, yeah, and really I don't think we're going to be doing, because there's not many, all our family are quite spread out this Christmas, okay. So we may not even do anything that big, it might just be like a small thing at home. Yeah, unsure. But yeah, we've never been that big on like Christmas stuff, but we have always done like a family thing, so it's going to be quite odd not doing anything.
I remember being in the Philippines and like, I think we celebrate with family. I don't remember, just because I left the Philippines pretty early.
Yeah, I mean the only reason we do Christmas really is for the kids. Because all of us, I swear to God, in my family, as soon as you get to like 15, Christmas is just another day. Like for children, it's still very fun, right? It's still like you can see the light in their eyes, and you can see like they're so excited to get presents, right? When you're 15, I just want to go to bed.
I think we should have like kept that door closed, bro.
No, it's too warm. I
keep hearing the cars.
I mean, point, but equally, it was just too warm. It's fine. Edit it out.
I don't know how to edit it out.
You know what it is? It's ambience. It's ambience.
I'm not gonna be able to cut it out.
It's ambience. It's creating the environment, that we're in. It's ambiance.
The urbanized area of the North Shore.
Urbanized, suburban. Don't get too ahead of yourself there. The tallest building is like 2 stories in this place.
Shore boys and their pickup trucks.
That's the tallest building is the pickup trucks. The pickup trucks are taller than the houses. Urbanized. Long Bay, urbanized. Come on. Glenfield's more urbanized than you guys are. Come on.
we're in the fringes of the like.
Like literally. After here's Warkworth, like don't like. Oh, actually no, sorry, no. Long Bay, you still got a couple more bays. You got Browns Bay.
Yeah.
Although Browns Bay is quite more urban than Long Bay, to be honest.
No, Browns Bay is south of Torbay.
Is that?
Yeah.
Oh yes, it is.
Yeah, it's Browns Bay, Torbay, and then Long Bay.
Yeah, that's right.
And like and Long Bay isn't even developed yet.
Look, they've been trying for a long
Yeah,
time.
it's still developing. Like, they're not done yet.
They've been trying for a long time. Okay. God, we did our I remember when we became the executive, like the prefect thing. We had to go and do team building at that like recreation centre in Long Bay. God, they had made us climb one of those Norfolk pines. Yeah, that was part of the team building exercise, was to climb a Norfolk pine.
Oh.
I was like, why?
We did this at a church, I think.
And they're like, we're going to climb this Norfolk pine. I was like, oh, marvellous. Going to climb this flip. And you can see it just going like this in the wind. And I was like, no. Like, it was just going moving side to side. I was like, oh, great. Fantastic. Want to get us up on the Norfolk pine. We'll be swinging all over the bay. That's marvellous. Awful.
There was, our team building exercise was where we had to get in a single file line and close our eyes, and one person will lead us through around the church.
Oh.
And make sure we don't bump into anything.
We did the same thing, except it wasn't around, like, you know that park in Long Bay? Yeah, we had to try and do that. We had to try and weave around the trees without anybody, like, hitting the tree.
Yeah.
Fuck, it was really difficult because you had to, like, do it really slowly because obviously if you turned too quickly, there'd be a poor person at the very back who would go smack into the tree. Awful.
No, we had to put our hands on the shoulders of the person in front of us.
Yeah. So you're like you're basically like a conga line, like a centipede. Yeah. It was kind of it was about trying to make sure that like everybody followed your exact path because you couldn't let anybody cut a corner because if they cut a corner, smack into like something. And also because like if you're moving too fast, like actually if you're holding on for dear life, gravity will just take you and you might end up, if you're on the tail end. Yeah, we did that. We also do those raft building ones? You have to they give you materials and you have to try and build like a raft and see if it floats on the water.
We did that for your 10 camp.
Yeah, we did that for our team building.
That was our prefect thing.
Yeah, we just made a raft out of all the things that all the like floatable stuff. So we just didn't use any of the stuff that makes it heavy.
We had to like make a raft. And our form teacher would be on it and see if it floats or not.
Make sure it didn't float so it could fall off. Like, honestly, that would be me. Oh my god, it was like when we did our workshops and we went to Otahuhu College. Oh, it's rough. Oh, what a rough school. Like, honestly. I mean, it made me feel at home. I was actually more comfortable in Otahuhu College because it was more familiar than I was when I went to Auckland Boys Grammar. Auckland Boys Grammar was like too regimented. They were all like, you know, the uniforms were like all the same, and they were just too blazers. They were too rigid. They had assembly every day.
What?
Every day they have assembly. Every single day. Every morning, Monday to Friday. Assembly. Could you imagine?
For like everyone?
Everyone.
That sucks.
Everyone. Like just all of them.
Because like I think Northcote had assemblies every day, but they weren't like all this.
Right, you'd have your form assembly.
Yeah, we'd have like year assemblies.
Yeah. So like that's what I mean by form assemblies. Yeah.
So it's like seniors and juniors, and then each year would have their own assemblies.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's like what, 2 at most.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every day, 5 assemblies.
Nah, screw that.
Every day, every week. I was like, why? And also I'm like, surely the principal runs out of shit to say. Because, what do you have to say every day? Today's Monday.
Keep repeating the school motto.
Oh, God. Ugh. What was ours? I'm trying to remember ours. Oh, our motto is with pride and respect.
Ut prossum aliis.
Yeah, yours is Latin, eh?
Yeah.
Ours is in English or Te Reo Māori. Because we're one of those
service
schools.
to others.
One of those schools.
Yeah.
We got rid of the Latin. I don't think we ever had a Latin motto because we were built in the 60s. Northcote's been around for quite a long time.
I think 1800s, I think.
Yeah, it's about as old as Auckland Boys Grammar, actually. I think Auckland Boys Grammar is way older. Auckland Boys Grammar is one of the first schools. But I think Northcote's not too...
Yeah. Although to be fair, Northcote, I think, started as a primary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it became a college.
Yeah. High school.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was so weird, like Auckland Boys Grammar. But then we went to Otahuhu College. so familiar. There were dicks drawn on the seats, and I thought, yeah, I've been there.
Oh, yeah.
Been there. The desks, was, like Martin's was here, and then there's another penis. Lots of penises. I was like, yeah, no, this is...
It's funny because some of the buildings in Northcote are pretty old. Like, you could tell they were built in, like, the 70s.
Yeah.
And, yeah, they'd have the things there.
I know, the building we were at for Otahu College, it's one that's not been renovated yet. Like, they're doing this big renovation around the school.
Yeah.
And the building we were in is, like, one of the last to be renovated. Oh, my God. Like, it's old. Like, Otahu College, I think the buildings must be, like... They would be, like, World War One. Like, they're old buildings. And, like, very churchy. Like, it was very, like, they had, like, the stained glass windows in some parts.
Oh.
Yeah, and so it's, like,
That's
very...
funky.
So it's, like, very, like... It was very, like, old school, very, like, convent feeling. The students, however, were not Christian at all. Very, very, very colourful children. But really, like, it's funny, like...
I mean, the most Catholics of schools, the children aren't all that Catholic either.
Well, I think if Otahu College was a Christian school at some point, it would have been something like an Anglican or... But actually go to Rossmini. Ooh.
My brother goes to Rosemary.
Catholic schools, I mean...
You talk to him about it.
Catholic schools. I mean,
He's sick of it now.
We do the... I mean, like, it's funny, like, the whole structure of a Catholic school is very Catholic, like prayers and all of that. The students are the least Catholic people I've ever met. Yeah. And some of the teachers are the least Catholic teachers I've ever met. Like, it's just very... God, I think if I went to Rossmini, I would have done so well and so badly all at the same time. Just like...
Like, I'm pretty sure... My brother has gone to church more than us simply because he went to Rosemary.
Yeah.
But, like, now that he's done, I'm pretty sure, like...
Never go to church again. That's the thing, though, is I feel like if you go to Catholic schools, you never want to go to church again, because you've been to church every day of the week. It's too much church.
I think they only have, like, once a week, I think.
Yes, but... But, like, every week.
Yeah.
Once a week, every week. I mean... I know you're supposed to go to church every Sunday, but... No. Church is just too much. It's a lot of... Catholic church is too much. That's what I would say. It's a lot of standing, then kneeling, then standing, then sitting, then kneeling, then standing. And that's just in the priest's office. I mean, it's just... awful.
I don't mind it so much nowadays. I've grown used to it.
I don't know. And then doing confession...
I've done confession like
I was going to say, you've never done confession. I was like, what kind of Catholic are you?
I've only done it once. And even then, I'm like,
I got an Apostles' Creed for confession once.
Oh.
Yeah, well, because I'm gay, see. So, so what was your sin? Sodomy. Sodomy? I'm a sodomite, in fact. Sodom and Gomorrah? The mayor. So, yeah, I got an Apostles' Creed.
Oh, okay.
So I had to sit there and be like, what was it? Like, I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ who came down. Like, just had to do the full thing.
Yeah, the Apostles' Creed's fucking long
it's
nowadays.
It's so long. And, like, small print.
Yeah.
It's so long.
Like, I used to remember the shorter version, and even then it was kind of long.
The shorter version, it's still longer than the Lord's Prayer, the short version of the Apostles' Creed.
Yeah.
So it's and
but
the
Lord's... it was manageable. Like, I could memorize.
Oh yeah, you could have. Yeah, but the long version of the Apostles' Creed.
Yeah, the current version is
like that's why you spend. I swear to God, you spend 7 years trying to become a priest, just trying to memorize that. That's 7 years because it's so long. I had to ask him for it, which is like not really helpful for your sins, right?
Yeah.
Like saying Apostles' Creed. Oh, can I have the handout? Like, yeah, like can borrow your prayer book or something. Like, yeah, because I just couldn't remember it. And I was expecting a Hail Mary, so I was eyeing up the little Mary statue to be like, I'll be seeing you soon, sister. No, I had to go to the right to the cross. Because I did an Apostles' Creed, I had to go right to the altar.
And even nowadays, they have the Apostles' Creed on the projection.
Right, because no one can remember it. No one can remember. I can barely remember the Lord's Prayer, to be honest.
Oh, that one's easy.
I think I can remember the Lord. No, the only one I remember off by heart, obviously, is the Hail Mary.
Oh.
They're easy as hell because it's just like two little stanzas. So Hail Marys are easy as hell.
Yeah, we used to have a prayer we used to say before we eat, but no.
Oh yeah. What prayer is that? Because it's
Oh.
a specific prayer, because we use it all the time. But see, this is the thing, it's unclear to me how many, because I'm pretty sure I could give you, like, the food prayer in Te Reo Māori, because it's the only time I ever hear it, because my Pākehā family's, like, atheist and socialist, so religion's never played a huge factor in our lives, but, but on Mum's side, obviously, we're Hāti Catholic. So, funny fact though, all of my dad and all of his siblings all married Catholics, even though they're Protestants. Yeah, interestingly enough, Dad married my mother, who's Catholic, which means I was a Catholic because Mum literally they made a deal at their wedding day. They did. The priest was going to refuse to marry my mother to my father because he wasn't Catholic.
Yeah,
it was like back in those days, right? And so he was like, he's Methodist, we have to convert. And Dad was all goods to convert, right? Like, Dad was like, yeah, I don't care. Like, I'm not going to come to church anyway. Which was like, rock on, Dad. Like, go against the man. But then Mum was like, no, you shouldn't have to convert. Well, and then the priest was like, well, I can't marry you then. And Mum was like, fine, I didn't even want to get married in this church. I'll just go get married on my mother's front lawn. That'll be fine. And then the priest was like, okay, fine. I'll marry you. But your first child has to be Catholic, like, has to be baptized Catholic. And she was like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, cheers, thanks. Like, look what you've done.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was baptized.
We got no say in that.
Do you know that the holy oil that they put on the forehead, the cap fell off, and so a bunch of holy oil went on my face?
Ooh.
Yeah, as a baby I cried, but equally so blessed.
Very blessed.
So blessed.
All the blesses.
Yeah, barely a pimple on my face. Just God is keeping me so supple.
There was this one time I won this like Bible like academic competition.
Oh my God, what?
But back in the Philippines.
Yes, look at you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. Wait, what did you have to? What did that entail?
I don't know. It was just like it was kind of just like a quiz
On the Bible?
Yeah, just anything like biblical related.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and like I had to like memorize all this stuff.
Oh my god.
And like first place, I was like, oh.
Oh my god, I love it. Look at you. Look at you knowing the Bible.
I know nothing about it now.
Oh yeah, isn't it funny how like when you're a child you memorize every single syllable of the Bible, yet you somehow turn like 15 or 16 and learn what like sex is, and the Bible just out.
I remember it because there was this chick in my class back in the Philippines, and she was kind of one of the smartest kid I know. So like when I came out on top on that competition and she was in the same competition, I was like, oh, look at me.
Look at me. Oh my god, you would have thought you were a genius.
Yeah.
Like, right? Like you would have felt like the amount of power you would have felt.
Because like they used to rank students in each class in the primary I went to. So like in this assembly, they'd make you stand up on the stage thing. It's like, oh, here's like the first, I think 5 of the students in the class.
Jesus.
And like, cause I wasn't even there for like the whole year because I moved around a lot when I was a kid. So that was my final year in the Philippines, and I was in Ifugao. And just before I left, I managed to come out 4th. I was like, hell's yeah.
Yeah, yo, not even you didn't even just scrape in, like you actually got a full one place in.
I think it was either 5th or 4th. I'm not sure, but yeah, I managed to stand on stage by the time I left.
Oh my god,
I was like, hell's yeah.
I love it. Oh god. Well, I mean, we used to have. I never went to any school that had a strict ass streaming system. Glenfield College kind of had a streaming system.
It wasn't even streaming. It was just in every class there was, they ranked from like.
Yeah, well, see, I mean, I've never known a school in this country to rank individual students, but you do have like ranked classrooms. Like in Glenfield College, we had. The weird thing for us was that. So in like Auckland Boys Grammar, it makes sense, right? It's from A to P, I think. P being the lowest stream and A being the top stream, right? But like in Glenfield, it was like real, like we had no lettering system that made any sense because we were trying to hide the fact that they were streamed, but they were still streamed. Yeah. So we were in 9N, but we were the top stream, but we had the letter N. And then when we went to 10, it was 10G. But we were still the top stream.
Oh, okay.
We didn't have a proper lettering system.
Like stream, as in form classes?
Yeah. 10G form classes.
Oh.
Yeah. So we used to stream our form classes.
In Northcote, we only streamed the math classes.
We streamed English, math, and science, all three of the main subjects, obviously.
Yeah, no, English and science for us. You did it with your form class, but the form classes wasn't streamed as far as I know. But
Oh, okay.
the maths classes were.
Oh, that's kind of
So
weird.
yeah, the math.
We streamed form classes, and then you had all three in the same.
It's funny though. When I was year 9, is the first day of high school, right? And I'm looking for my math class, and I could not, for the life of me, find it. So I just found this random ass math class, and I went in and just sat in there, and for 2 weeks, the teacher was just like, "Oh yeah, okay," and after 2 weeks, she comes up to me and she's like, "You're in the wrong class," and I'm like, "Hold on, what?" Yeah, you're apparently I was in the bottom stream of the class.
Oh.
And I've been sitting there this is pretty easy. What am I? This is dope. But yeah, apparently I was supposed to be in the average stream, and then later on the year I got bumped up into the top stream, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's so weird because they grouped it. So because we were grouped into our top subjects by form class, it meant that I was in the top English, which was fine, top science, which at the time was fine, and top math, which was not fine. That was not fine at all. And I think maybe the reason I hate math as much as I do now is because it was just so hard for me to do math.
Oh, okay.
Because I was in the top stream. I just never liked math, but when it got so hard that it made me feel like an idiot, just couldn't.
It was funny because during intermediate, I thought I was pretty dumb.
I mean, it's funny. I was in the accelerate class in intermediate for my year 8. So I was in the top, apparently the top stream where you do college level work.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was there. I literally felt like the dumbest person in the universe because I was in that class. Because everybody around me was so intelligent.
Yeah. But then I think right about year 9, I was just kind of oh yeah, maybe I'll just study maths.
Yeah.
Just on my own time, which I never did.
Actually, that's something that me and Eugene both discussed, actually, because we were both in the same class at year 8.
Oh, okay.
Was we were talking about how we both felt like we were the dumbest people alive because we were in a room full of hyper-intelligent people. And then it wasn't until we got to college and we realised, oh, I'm not dumb. I was just dumb in comparison to the geniuses of the world. That's fine. I don't mind being above average. Above average is where I like to be.
Yeah.
So, no, we were discussing this because I think it's weird. I'm pretty sure in everything except... No, I think we were in the same, because they used to, in year 8, they used to divide you into, different groups. Yeah. But in our class, there was, a top math group that would do, real difficult college-level math.
Yeah.
And then there was, the low math group that would do... It was still high math, right? But it was, math that was, that you'd do in year 8, but it was, high-level year 8 math.
Oh, okay.
And so, I'm pretty sure, me and Eugene were, in the bottom group for everything.
Yeah.
I think the only group I wasn't in the bottom for was English. It was the only one, and I think that might have been the same for him. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But we were definitely, both me and him were definitely bottom group from science and math. Terrible.
Yeah. It was... Yeah, I think I bought this, book when I was year 8, and I just... now I was year 9, and I just went through all of it. And after that, I cruised through maths till, calculus. Right? From the later half of year 9 to the end of year 12, I cruised through maths.
And then you hit year 13.
And I had calculus, and I just fell apart.
You were what?
The first 4 years of maths in high school, it's just practically the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
It gets a tad bit harder.
Yeah.
But when you hit calculus, it's all new, and I did not study for it.
Right, yeah.
So I was just like, oh, fuck.
There's one of those, I think you got relaxed, right? You got relaxed because you were so cruisy through math, and so by the time you got to year 13, you were like, shit, an actual problem that I need to research and study for? Nah.
It's year 9 to 12, the basic things you needed to know are the same.
Pretty much, yeah.
They just might add a bit more.
To be fair, I was going to say, I remember a lot of the stuff we were covering in year 9 and 10 actually really kind of was more based around statistics.
Oh.
Kind of. Well, because I think the things that apart from trigonometry, we did geometry, so trigonometry was one that I remember. Trigonometry I got. Trigonometry I actually understood.
Oh yeah, I like trig.
Yeah, trigonometry was actually quite simple and straightforward. That I understood.
Not so much like sine, cosine, and whatnot.
Oh, we didn't. We had this teacher who, oh my god, we were so cruel to him. We were so mean to him.
That was a bit of a fuckery.
We
Although that wasn't the hardest math.
we were so cruel to this teacher, but actually he taught trigonometry in a way that was actually so easy to remember that I should be grateful for him for doing it that way. But we were so cruel to him because by the time we had him, we had already gone through another 2 teachers.
Okay.
So we had our first math classes to a teacher called Ms. Ross.
Mm-hmm.
She ended up having to leave. She had to leave because one of the students in our class complained about her teaching style. Well, she made up because she gave us the test and then she allowed us to take it home. And when she got them back, we all got like full marks, right? So we all got excellence.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here being like, fantastic! I'm going to get excellence in this class because she's like going to let us take these. Some girl complained and said she wasn't learning anything, and I was like, who cares? We're getting excellence. People will think we've learned something. Like, so she ended up leaving, and then we took our old year 9 teacher, Ms. Fan. Then she ended up moving to a Christian school halfway through. I think so. So when she left, we ended up getting a reliever for 1 term called Mr. Leadbeater.
Yeah.
And oh my god, we were so cruel to that man. Apparently he had just come back from a holiday around the world.
Boy.
And he had to come back and he had to earn some more money. Because, he'd gone around the world and he needed money. And we were just so awful to him. I feel so sorry for him. Because we're so awful to him. But he taught me the best way to remember the cosine and all that was so katoa. Which sounded like Sakata, which was the the cracker ad. So we all remembered Sokotoa.
Yeah.
Just like, it was great.
Is that not how you're supposed to learn it?
I don't know. He just did it that way, and I really should be thankful for him. But
okay.
Regardless, we were so mean to him. Oh god, we were so mean to him. We did this thing where every time he turned around, would move our desks ever so slightly closer. It was like ever so slightly, and then by the time he found out, we were like literally right behind him. And he was like, can you please move them back, please? And so move them back to our places. And then every time he turned around, we started to slowly move them backwards. Awful children. Awful children. We'd steal his whiteboard markers. What else did we do? Oh, we kept, there was one kid that every time he got up to go sharpen, because the bin was right by the sharpening thing, he'd keep turning the charger for his laptop switch off. So then he'll be like, why is my laptop going flat? And we're all like, laughing. But like, it's so mean to him.
Yes, you were. You feel bad.
Yeah, so mean to him. Terrible children. But see, that's the thing. Like, we had so many teachers, and like we were just like, fuck it. Like one of our teachers got fired. The other one left. We might as well see how long this one lasts.
I mean, he's a reliever. He's not going to last that long.
I know. Well, we made sure he didn't get a permanent job because he clearly didn't want to stay. As soon as his term was off, we never saw him again. Ever. He didn't even stay on the relievers list for the school. I was just never seen again. Loved it. Terribly cruel. I hope he's happy now, though. I hope he's sorted his life out.
You've scarred him for life.
Have I scarred him for life?
Yes.
Well, it wasn't my fault. It was
I
Jack.
don't know, man.
It was Jack, and I was following along. It's not like I didn't.
That's what they always say.
Look,
James.
it's not like
That's what they always said, James.
Look.
James.
Look, I didn't hate him, but I also didn't like him, and so I had no horse in the race.
James, that's what the Nazis said.
The Nazis. I stood by and watched, but I didn't partake. Which is worse, because I did partake. I was still doing all that fucking shit.
I'm tempted to make that the podcast title, but I don't want to.
Yeah, Merry fucking Christmas. That's what the Nazis said. Merry Christmas, everybody. Meant to be our Christmas episode. I mean, we haven't talked about Christmas.
Yeah, we barely talked about Christmas.
Well, we talked about the fucked up Santa.
Yeah.
And how Santa's the fucked up caricature anyway. But, like, apart from that, I don't know. Well, like, what about, like, because I've made it sound like I hate Christmas. And I'm telling you, I don't hate
I don't
Christmas.
know, man.
I don't hate Christmas.
From the way you talk about it,
I mean, for me, it's just never been like, I don't know, like, because when people love Christmas, I feel like they like love Christmas. You know what I mean? Like they love wearing like red and green and getting decorations and putting the tree up, and it's just all like, it's like everything. I'm just not like, we're not festive, is what I want to say. Like we don't really do the tree thing. We don't really do. We'll wrap presents, we exchange presents, but we don't do any of the like, we don't put we don't decorate, we don't do lights, like we just Yeah,
Yeah.
we're very low key celebrators of Christmas.
I've got an ongoing tradition where I buy my youngest brother Wonder Woman merch for
Yeah,
Christmas.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I do like that.
I'm gonna start doing that for my other brother as well.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna buy him I think Harry Potter merch.
love it.
And he doesn't like Harry Potter.
Yeah, like the most festive Christmas I went to was the Christmas at Eugene's with him and his mother. It was the most festive Christmas I've been to. We've
I've
never
never
done
been to that
festive.
one.
We've never been to festive Christmases. Like we just don't do festive. Well, actually no. We have done festive. I mean, I know. We just never do the tree thing. But I guess for us, we never did the tree thing, and we never decorate our house here in Auckland because in Auckland we never celebrated Christmas. We always went up north.
Yeah.
So like. Auckland's not the place for Christmas. That's the thing. I think the reason why we're so low key about Christmas this year is because it looks like none of us are going to be leaving Auckland. So in our heads, Christmas isn't happening this year because we're not leaving Auckland. Yeah. So we're like, oh, we're not going up north. Christmas is cancelled. Like there's no Christmas this year for us anyway.
Should just do it here. We'll all bring together food.
I mean, that's the thing though.
Mother's not here.
I don't know. That's the thing. It's just like we just don't celebrate Christmas in Auckland. That's really kind of it. I don't get festive for Christmas until I leave Auckland. And it's not that I hate, and it's not like I hate Auckland and I'm like the Grinch when I'm in Auckland. And then as soon as I get to like the north, I'm like, who really loves Christmas?
Yeah.
I don't know, Santa, Mrs. Claus. It's just Auckland's just not the place for celebrating Christmas for us.
Christmas here for us is just food.
Yeah, I think Christmas for everybody, no matter where they are, is food.
Yeah.
Well, you'd hope so.
It's like we have a meal at like midnight.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I couldn't eat at midnight, to be honest.
But you don't eat dinner, so.
Oh, right. Oh, right.
Yeah, I don't know what they call it, but it's like, it's a Filipino thing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, actually, you're right. I don't know what you call it, but actually Charlie does the same thing. Yeah. There must be a thing you guys do over in the Philippines. You eat at midnight.
Yeah.
So you actually eat, like, as soon as Christmas is, like, coming over the horizon. Mm-hmm. That's a fun one, though.
Yeah. That's when the festivities start.
Well, because then you can get Christmas...
You've got food going on, and then you've got, like, Christmas opening and stuff.
Yeah. Like, that's a good way to do it, because you get it all out of the way.
Yeah.
And then you get to go to bed on a full stomach, on a hefty full stomach, and then wake up at a relatively reasonable time and just chill out, relax. That's a good way to do it, actually. Yeah. Apart from what happens with us, which is we all got drunk on Christmas Eve, so we all wake up the next day hungover and realise, shit, I have to do a Christmas dinner. And so you all end up like running around and you're like, we need bread for the stuffing, and someone forgot to put the bread out for a couple of days, so now we have to use soft bread for the stuffing, and it's just, and then there has to be a raw fish, but no one caught fish the day before. Where's the seafood? Like, it's just such a... And then by the time we've got Christmas lunch sorted at like 3 p.m, which is not lunchtime, we might as well just have dinner at that point. 3 p.m, and then we all start eating, but because we're all still hungover, we don't want to eat that much. And then... Merry Christmas!
Every time we come on to the topic of Christmas, it ends up with you just complaining about it.
Well, it's such a hefty time. Like, it's just such a hefty time to try and get everything done while hungover. But it's okay, because usually on Christmas Day you drink again. Yeah, 2-day bender. And then you drink on Boxing Day, because it's Boxing Day.
So it's a 3-day bender.
3-day bender. And then you have a rest on the 27th, 28th, 29th.
For like a week?
No, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, and then 31st, it's New Year's. So you drink 31st of the New Year.
Oh, well, nearly a week.
Kind of, nearly a week. Well, you might drink in between. 1 year.
Dude, just make it like a week-long bender.
No, 1 year we did. I wasn't old enough to drink, of course, at the time, but our parents did, because we had New Year's Eve, when everybody got up, they were drunk. We all drank on Christmas Day. Yeah. They all drank on Boxing Day, because it was my, what was that? It was my Auntie Judy Ann's wedding. So I had the wedding, got drunk then, but the day after was my cousin's 21st, on the 27th. So I got drunk again. And then we had the 28th. Kirsten's birthday was 29th, so we got drunk on the 29th as well. So 28th was a rest day. Mm-hmm. It wasn't the Sabbath, but it was a rest day. And then on the 30th, 31st, then we drank again for New Year. Yeah, it was like a good, actually that was almost a 2-week bender.
Ooh.
Yeah. My mother got so drunk on the Boxing Day that she got home at 4 a.m. and then when she woke up to go shell oysters for the 21st, she woke up 4 hours later still pissed and had to go and shell oysters. They were all still drunk. But the thing is that I'm not sure if you've ever seen the Māori way of shelling seafood.
No.
Have you ever seen that? So you shell one and you eat one, and then you shell another one and put it in the... So it's one for me, one for the bucket.
Okay.
Yeah, so you end up only getting half of the seafood you've bought because the shellers are eating the other half. That's the thing that happens. Cool. So Mum was just eating that for like a hangover cure.
Ah, nice.
Oysters are a good hangover cure. They really are. They strangely are.
Should we end it at that?
Oysters are a good hangover
Oysters
cure.
are a good hangover
I mean,
cure.
do we want to end the
Tip
Christmas
101.
Do we want to end the Christmas on like my tirade about benders at Christmas time and how like full on they can be?
I don't think you can get any better than this. James.
You can't. We're at peak James right now. We're at peak like.
At some point, you might start like ranting about Christmas and how it's just ruining everything.
How's the society's being? I mean, to be fair, Christmas was ruined by consumerism, but that's another story entirely. It's a completely other story. I mean, we can end it there.
Yeah.
We can definitely end it there.
We'll
Christmas is ruined by consumerism.
Yeah.
Is that the title?
Christmas was ruined by consumerism.
No.
Sure. I was gonna go with Christmas is a week-long bender.
Christmas is a week-long bender is a good one. I love it. Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. New Year's way better, to be honest.
Don't die on us, guys.
Don't die on us. Did I tell you about that time? Oh wait, don't stop recording.
Boy.
Did I tell you about that? Did I tell you about that time at like New Year's when we had like I can't even remember it now.
Well, why you try to remember? Just a public announcement to everyone. Just if you go for a week-long bender, please don't drive.
Please don't drive on a week-long bender. Yeah. Don't do it. Imagine trying to drive after a week-long bender. Oh my god.
You don't.
I mean, Jesus.
You don't.
It's the amount of hits your body takes on any kind of bender is just absolutely like.
Did you remember the story you were about to tell me or not?
I can't remember the story.
Okay, never mind.
I'm so sorry. You'll have to cut that part out because it just get everybody excited. And
no, it's fine. We'll keep the public announcement.
There's no story to tell.
Yeah.
I'm afraid. Oh well. There was that one New Year's though. No, this isn't the story I was thinking of. There was one New Year's that I went to with Eugene and Lucy. It was like the first year I met Lucy actually, and we ended up going to this like party. Oh, it was with Josh. It was like one of like Caleb and Jaden's friends. That was well. Anyway, regardless, we ended up going to this like house up in like West Harbour or something. And I remember I took like I think 3 tabs of Ritalin.
Oh boy!
All at once, and Eugene was on cloud fucking 9. Like Eugene's like full on like oh my god, which means Eugene probably has ADHD. Just putting that out there because he took the Ritalin and got like real like relaxed. When you're meant to get like hyper focused, right? But he was like full on like nirvana. Whereas I'm staring out in the distance at this like little light that's flashing. There's like a little like
green light.
No, it was like a little red light. I think it was from the Sky Tower actually. It was like from one of those light towers. And I was staring at it and I was like, oh my god, have you seen that light? And I was like full on focused at the light. And then slowly in my head the light starts bending and then goes into a swirl. And I'm like, and then Eugene's like, you're good. And then I'm like immediately just like in between my legs, like off the decking, just like like full on like vomiting my entire body out. And I'm sitting there like like full on like just going at it, and then Eugene's like, you're good, you're so good, like just like full on like I'm vomiting over here. He's like lying next to me and it's just like, you're like all good, and I'm like, that was such a New Year's. I then woke up the next day in like some random bed with no pillow. Interestingly enough, I think me and Jaden had like mates. No, I had a pillow, didn't have a blanket. I think me and Jaden swapsies. Because, like, the blanket definitely looked like it was meant for that bed. But I think in our drunken state, I must have been like, oh, I'll have the pillow. Because I'm on a mattress. You take the blanket with no pillow and sleep on the floor. Like, in our heads, that was a very logical thing to do. So, yeah, that was the thing we did.
Yeah.
Full on. Yeah, but that was a New Year.
Merry
Not the story
Christmas.
I was thinking of, but yeah.
And a Happy New Year,
Happy
everyone.
New Year. Please look at the lights.
Yeah. Be safe. Be merry.
And also, you won't get another episode from us until probably...
next year, maybe.
Yeah, I'm going to say comfortably February.
Oh, that's a long time, but okay, sure.
Oh, no, because I'm thinking I probably won't be able to record until Jan.
Oh, okay.
And usually these take 2 weeks or so for you to edit. So, and I'm thinking mid-Jan will be when I'm back.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Either we'll do it at the earliest, late January, at the latest, end of February. That's
Yeah.
like some time for you to relax.
Yeah.
I also recognise you also have to go back to uni.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we can only probably record during the weekends.
Next.
Yeah,
next
it's also
year.
because
I've
you'll
got
be
a
working.
full-time job, so next
Yeah.
week can only be weekends that we're recording.
Look at you being an adult.
I'm so not ready to be an adult. Like that story I'm telling you, it didn't happen when I was 18. It happened when I was like at like uni. Like it was full on.
This
like,
happened this new year.
This happened yesterday.
It hasn't happened yet.
This happened yesterday. Like I don't think we're doing anything this New Year's. So.
Okay, we gotta end this episode.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Be safe,
bye.
everyone.